marketing call. This is a masterclass in e-commerce. My name is Chris, otherwise known as the Conversion Crusader. And hold tight while I grab these students to get them all in this call, and we will get started. Evening, Freedom Clubbers. Welcome to your... What is this? This is the marketing reviews. We should really call this the marketing masterclass. I think we should. Geez, we're up to episode 76. Damn. We've been doing this a while. Now, for those of you who can't chat in the chat, I'll give you the YouTube video right here. Mia, hello. Anil, Alex, Diane, I nearly said your name wrong. Sam, hello everybody, welcome. Welcome to the stream. All right, I think we only have a few questions tonight, which is good because you know I like to waffle on. We'll start from the bottom. Actually, just give me a second. Diane, I just saw before that you booked a meeting tomorrow morning with me, yeah? Can we move that to 10:30? Would that be okay for you? Unfortunately, Upwork doesn't sync up with my calendar. That's cool. All right, cool. I will manage that right now. Just give me a second, everybody. I can, Hanil. I can see the chats. Hey, Damon. Diane, I can't seem to do that. Are you able to do that from your end? Otherwise, what we'll have to do, I'll have to start that one, right? And then send you a link at 10:30 if that's okay. So otherwise, because otherwise it'll just disappear on us. So I can start that one up. And then I'll send you a link at 10:30. I'll send it to you. You'll try now? Cool. Just let me know. All right, let's get onto these. Marketing review. Here we go. Aaron and Brad. Can I please look at Tidy Go pruning spears? No, pruning shears. I'll take another look. Cuts branches like butter. Oh yeah, this was the landing page, right? This was really good. But we were looking at, but the landing page was good. Okay, let me just get this straight in my head. Landing page was good. Sales were bad because that was a different product, wasn't it? I was thinking the sales were bad because it was expensive and it didn't have enough information about all the free stuff you get in it, right? Was that where this one was? Or am I thinking of different products? Either way, let's go take a look at your ads. We got Tidy Go. Okay, all ads are off. Is this the same? Yeah, printing. I mean, am I in the right day? Tuesday the 20th. Yeah, okay. This is the right day. Ask me to look at your printing shears. You haven't had ads running for a week. So I can't really look and tell you what's going on. I can tell you your cost per, that's the cost per link click all. I need cost per link click. Give me a second. One purchase at, yeah, look. Click-through rate is only good for this one. Yeah, that's okay, Diane. I'll so we'll at 9:30 I'll click join, but we won't have the meeting then. I'll send you a meeting link through email or through what's it called? Through the Freedom Club with a Google Meet link at 10:30. So Aaron and Brad. I suggested for this one that we break this down. I think this was this one. And I suggested we break down what's in this to make it seem like you get a lot more value out of the 149. But look, we're looking at these click-throughs aren't great. I mean, they're okay for this one at 2%. It's okay. And the cost per link click at $1.63, it's okay, but at $200 per purchase, this isn't working. Oh, look at those. Some of these CTRs are actually quite nice. I think it's the price point. I really do. I don't think people are happy to fork out this much money for it. And that might mean that we might not be able to get this product working at the end of the day. Because if you reduce that price point down much further, you don't have enough money there to pay for your conversions. It might be worth a pivot. Like I think keep it up and keep working on the garden store, because there's other garden products out there that can do really well. And if you want some ideas, just message me on WhatsApp and I'll give you some ideas of what I think is working right now for gardens. And you can keep this here. It's just you can focus on other products. You have a few here, which is good. But none of these ones are the ones that I would recommend you selling. That's what I'm thinking at the moment, because we're struggling to get sales, and I don't feel like you're going to get enough profit by reducing this price. That's what I think. All right, let's move on. Oops, we need that. We need that open. All right, Alex. Ad account. Yes, I'd love to, Alex. Are you on the call? What's my email? Here we go. All right, Alex, invite me away. I'll wait for your invite to come through, and then we'll take a look at that. I'll move to the next one while that happens, though. All right, Josh. A few questions. Do I have any tips from Google Ads? Yes, I do. I do have tips for Google Ads. Sorry, 1 second. Just drop something. All right. Tips for Google Ads. You currently have 3 to 4 ad sets for different products, but only primarily is really performing, so you might change it. That's fantastic. Think about Google Ads, right? You've been working on your Google Ads, have you, Mia? That's great. Google Ads. So the reason why we teach you Facebook ads is because Facebook ads are a bit more quicker to get you up and running, and a bit quicker to get that optimized conversion rate. Google's a bit different. It takes a lot longer to learn. And you can see here it says bid strategy learning. I've been told by Google it can take up to 60 days sometimes for it to really be in its stride and to know who to show your ads to, especially for e-commerce, because unlike most other types of businesses that would use Google advertising, most of them are putting in a specific problem. You know, I want my lawn mowed. I want my dog washed. I want to hire a I don't know, anything. But for e-commerce, it's not that rare that they're going to be, I want to buy a t-shirt or I want to buy a diamond painting kit. When they do, it's almost like they got too much choice. And so you got two options. We've got a few different options for your Google ads, right? You got search campaigns, which I highly recommend giving them a try. They're a bit harder to get up. And once you do get them going, they can be very beneficial. Second thing is you have a Performance Max campaign, which I highly recommend. If you've got good imagery and a bunch of different types of products, a Performance Max campaign is fantastic. You don't have to really put in search terms or keywords into Performance Max campaigns. And you kind of just start it off at $20 a day and see if you're able to scale that up after a week or so. I do find with Google ads, I spend a lot less than Facebook ads, but you can see here at $13 a conversion, that's fantastic. Now, the cost per click and the CTR of a Google campaign is very, very different from a Facebook campaign. So while I might say in a Facebook campaign that our goal is 1.5% or above for your click-throughs, on Google, your CTR that you're looking for is a lot higher. So 5% minimum would be an indication that you've got a pretty good ad. And cost per click, you can see anywhere depending on the auction up to even up to $5, $6, $7 on Google. But the caveat there is someone searching on Google has a much higher intent on purchasing. And you've literally just got to show them the product that they want and get rid of all of their boundaries, and you got the sale. Wait, was that the same one? You just got more going. Okay, so what can I recommend we do for Google? I don't use Google for Homecraftology for shopping ads, and the reason why I choose not to is because my prices are outrageously high unless you use a discount code, and Google doesn't show the discount code properly. But for most of you, a Google shopping ad would be beneficial. With Google Shopping, the most important thing is your product description. Now, I don't put a lot of thought into my own product descriptions for Homecraft because I don't use Google, but if you want to use Google, you have to have a short, concise, and really well-written product description. It's absolutely essential. That's essentially how Google matches the product to the person, is all through your product description and through your Google Merchant Center. Second, your Google Merchant Center, make sure that there are no errors in there. Make sure you've got your markets set up correctly. It's the single most important part of your Google campaigns for e-commerce. What else we got? I think those are my tips for Google, right? One of the things that could work really well for Google, I think, is a pre-sell page. So you take the query, pop them into one of those pre-sells, and then showcase the product's availability after that. That's what I'm thinking. Mia, only because you're sitting here and you haven't optimized wording for all your SEO, and now that you know your brand better, you made an effort to go in and edit because you're saving for meta and planning creatives. Cool. That's fantastic. Where did Google ads show? They show in a few places. They show right here. That'd be the first thing that shows. I don't know why Google's not showing me any ads right now, but there should be ads here. These are all sponsored Google ads here. You see Homecraftology is here as a sponsored ad. So and this is an example of why I don't do it. It always picks my most expensive friggin' product and the largest kit you can buy to put people off. Thanks, Google. Assholes. How is that going to get me a sale? Jesus Christ. I don't know why it does that. I don't know why, but that's an example of a Google Shopping ad. Now, I did say I don't do Google Shopping ads for Homecraftology, and I don't. This is actually entering into the Google Shopping part because I use a Performance Max campaign. Now, I'm not that angry at Google. I really only spend about $10 a day on my Google Max campaign. And if you go to like a newspaper, I'll probably see my ad here because it thinks I'm my best customer. I usually do. I usually see my ads all over the newspapers. You can see these ads here. So you'll start to see your ads pop up in these locations. And they're probably going to look like product. They're like carousels. Let's see if we find any. Here we are. Let's just browse the news together, shall we? I'm sure we'll see one in a second. Or you'll just have to trust me. All right, well, every bloody other time I go onto a newspaper, I see my ads. Apparently, just not when I want to see them. I must not be in a buying mindset. Oh, I don't want that on my YouTube. Jesus, get rid of that. Sandwich.
Good evening, Surrey Hills. Sorry for the strange post.
Okay, this is that's like an example of an ad you'd see from us. You'll have your product there, the name of it, and then a button here. That's a good example of one. It's just not an example of mine. All right, so I can't show you off the cuff, but that's what it will look like. The Coldplay affair. It's everywhere. It's even on my stream. So those are your Google ads. Now, I won't show you mine because mine are a bad example, and I can't show you my clients because I literally have NDA signed with them. I wish I could, but those are my tips for Google. I do intend to work on Homecraftology's Google ads and get them to a point where I'm ready to show you guys, but it's just so bare bones now. I got nothing to show. ChatGPT told you if you have a Performance Max campaign, you don't need shopping. Is this correct? Well, kinda. Because you look at this, I don't have a Performance Max. Oh, sorry, I do have a Performance Max, but I don't have a shopping. Look, the difference will be if you do a shopping campaign, it will only show here in the shopping section or in here when you actually click on shopping. It'll only show in here. But if I have a Performance Max campaign, it will show here when it thinks it's a good idea, but then it will also show my ad in other places where it thinks it's a good idea. And I like that because that means it'll follow them around the web and it'll show them my ad like when they're looking at viral news. So PMax is a good option. Now, just as a side note, if you ever find yourself running ads for other businesses that aren't e-commerce, you have a few decisions to make when it comes to Performance Max, because Performance Max, in terms of lead generation, I know none of you are doing it, just for the future, just in case, just remember what I said. Performance Max can give you lower quality leads. And I find that for the service-based businesses that I help, I might do a Performance Max campaign for them. I always do it because it does bring leads in, and some of those leads are good, but a lot of them are like from spammy countries trying to send spammy messages. And so what we need to do is a mix between Performance Max and search. Search is so important. And if you haven't done a search campaign, I highly recommend you do that and put the effort into your headlines. I wish I could show you a good one. Let me speak to my business partner and I'll see if I can show you guys the one that we actually do for Think Room. Because we spend a lot of time, we both sit here together on chatting over a video, and we analyze every single line of headline that we can utilize, because there's 60 characters there. I think it's 60. Well, there's a certain number of characters that you can use in each headline, and you can have 12 headlines. It's really important to have really strong, good headlines, and not just buy now, but like focusing on the problem and the solution and the benefits. Have as many different ones as you can in your search campaign, because depending on how someone searched, they will see that headline. And I'll give you guys something else, a little bit of free information here. You guys are going to love this. Just before you see this, just use it wisely. And don't judge my ads for Homecraftology just yet, because I'm still working on them. This is the Google ad library. This is just like Facebook ad library. You can literally search any competitor in here that you want and you can see what they're running. And I know the first thing that I'm going to go show you is Homecraftology. Now, my approach to Google ads so far for Homecraft right now is haphazard. Is that the word? Haphazard? I only just started running these this month because I wanted to get my account up and running to show you guys how it should run. And so these aren't great. What the hell is an Amir Heshad? What's that? What in the hell? They're not from Pakistan? What? Why has he got an ad to my website? Why has he got ads to Riot? What? Who is this guy? Oh man, I'm so confused. Someone from Upwork? No, I mean maybe, but he shouldn't be doing ads for me. Do my own ads, thank you. Melissa Evers, yeah, that's better. I think Google just got a bit confused. Yeah, Google. No, it's right there. For God's sake. For God's sake. So as you can see here, we got a lot of work to do for home craftology, but you can see everybody's ads. And look, I know this right here is a like an automated ad, so you can't necessarily see it. But I need to go and write all of these out and do some really, really good jobs. Can I show you someone that I've done a really good job with? Let me think. I can't show you Think Room because we turn our ads off when we don't need them. Can't really out anybody. Oh, it's so tough. You know what, guys? I'm gonna go away after this. Maybe not tonight, but I'm gonna go out and show you exactly what you should be doing for your headlines. But by all means, go use the Google Search Transparency and go search all your competition. Yeah, free ads, absolutely free ads. Shut up. Maybe I won't shut him down. Damon, this would be perfect for you. All right. Josh, how can you improve your open rates? Your click rates are pretty good. Your open rates, they're not far off being amazing. They're not far off. What would I do? I'd probably go and make fancier headlines. Headline's the wrong word. Fancier subject lines. Do your ad show on YouTube? They certainly do. And in fact, on a Performance Max campaign, you can upload a YouTube video and you can upload it from your YouTube channel. And you should absolutely make a YouTube channel for your business, even if it only has a couple of videos in there, even if it's only got a couple of shorts in there. That's free search engine optimization. So you want to link your store from your YouTube account, from a Pinterest account, from all the accounts you can think of, all the social accounts that you can make for free. You go and you put your content on there, you link it back to your website, and you get free. You guys don't know much about SEO at the moment, but domain authority is really important, and we get that by linking our website from websites with a high domain authority. So absolutely, make your YouTube account, put some YouTube videos up there, go into your Google ads, and you can add them in with a YouTube URL as an asset inside your Google business. Sorry guys, I just saw these messages on YouTube. Just saw them now. This is the ID that verified the Google Ads account. Probably you bought it. No, I didn't. I certainly did not buy any ads account by anybody. Only person who would have verified it would have been me. So no, that definitely wasn't me. For my product page copywriting, do I follow certain structures? Do I aim to have an ideal dream outcome with it? I absolutely do. Yes. That's a good question. Josh, I'll come back to your thing in a second. So most of the people who are landing on my page through any form of advertising are going to a product page. And on a product page, yeah, headline, really, really, really important. I need to set the expectation of what they're about to see, why they should listen to me, and what is the value on the products that I provide other than other people. And so you can use ChatGPT to help you out here. Don't let it write it for you. Just let it help you write it, because we want to say things with less words. The more info on headlines, the better the copy. Yeah, the better the body. Absolutely. And you do in terms of search engine optimization. you do want to make sure that you're using H1s for the big pieces of information here, because H1 and H2s, for those of you who don't know, they're just heading sizes, are really important. So this is a H1. I think this might be a H2 here. Really, really, really important to get right. So I always do this on my product pages, always. And now when you come down to the actual product information, I like to make sure that visually it's different. Visually, there should be things that change between paragraphs. And I recently did a test. For a week, I put my previous template from 2023 up on the website just to see how things would change. My conversion rate just plummeted. And the big difference there was how I break up my text and images, so that it's like what we teach. You know, we've got properly and interesting looking places to put the text, and then where it matters, you got text, image, image, text. You know, break it up so people can actually read your content without being exhausted. It needs to be easy to read. What do I think about selling digital products instead of physical? Bloody go for it. If you can find a digital product that you can sell, oh man, that cuts out half of the stuff that I have to worry about on a daily basis. There's no worry about delivery. There's no worry about refunds. There's no worry about faulty products. It's ideal. So I love digital products, and I've sold a ton of them in my career, a ton of them. I'm just not selling any at the moment because I haven't bothered to make any. What would I sell as a digital product? I'd probably look at my skill set, and I would personally sell something like a landing page review product. I don't know. I haven't sat down and created any digital products. All right. What to do for these emails? I'd be looking at a couple of things. One, headline. That's the most important thing. Or subject line. If it's not working, change it up. Make it more urgent. Describe what's in there. Talk about the savings that you're going to have. Talk about it's all about the offer, really. It really is. And A/B test your subject lines. I sat there and A/B tested mine over months and months and months worth of data to find the best ones to use. Second thing, are your emails even getting to the customers? I mean, open rates here at 32%. These are pretty bad, especially for your welcome series. Mine are like 50% for the welcome series, or close to it. So what could be happening here is you could be sending these emails and they're going into the promotions tab. How to get them out of there? It's a long process, but you want to encourage people inside all of your automations to actually hit reply. And you're not going to get that many replies, but if you do get replies, then Google sees that and Apple sees that, and they say, okay, this isn't just an email account that's sending data, sending like emails out. This is also an email provider that's getting emails back and answering them. So it's not just a promotional email address. Maybe this shouldn't be in the promotions tab. And if you use the same templates that everybody else is using, and you say the same words that everybody else is using, words like amazing, words like running out, words like, there's standard e-commerce words. If you talk like that in your emails, there's a high chance you go into the promotions tab as well. So write all of your emails. Here's what I do. Every single one of my emails in my welcome series and my weekly campaigns, I pretend that my store is in a mall. And I pretend that I'm at the front of the mall, ringing a bell over a loudspeaker, trying to get people into my store to buy my products. And that's how I talk in my emails, and having that conversational tone. I mean, don't forget, Apple and Google are reading the content of your email to figure out if they should even put it in the inbox, and then where it should go in the inbox. Okay, so it's so important to get that tone correct. So that will help your open rates. And the last thing is to use, what's the email tool I was using? Email deliverability tool. This guy over here, mxtoolbox.com. This is what I use whenever I'm having any thoughts that maybe my email delivery is not working very well. This is where I go. And you can actually send an email to this email address here from your inbox, from your store's inbox. And it will tell you if you've been blacklisted by Google or by Apple, it will tell you any problems that you might have using the MX tool lookup system. Looking at the DMARC here, you can search, and just so you know, I have really good deliverability on Homecraft, and there's some warnings here that you don't need to worry about. In my experience, things like DMARC policy not enabled. So don't worry so much about this, but other stuff, absolutely worry about. And Diane, I think, is someone who, and Diane, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe it was another student, I think it was you though, you were having deliverability issues, and we found the source of the problem using the MX toolbox. And within the next few days, her open rates went up to like 50%-ish. Damon, you got a 45% open rate on your welcome series? No, it's fantastic. And it'll probably improve over time too, just by changing the words in your emails. And because it's a pretty new URL for you, Damon, it's going to take a little while for Google and Apple to gain that trust. So it's only going to go up. But definitely do A/B testing on your subject lines. Nearly 60%? No way. No way. First of all, that's fantastic. Congratulations. Second of all, I'm jealous. How dare you? How dare you get better open rates than me? I'm just going to pivot a bit, and I'm going to get Diane to pop up and start teaching the... I'm kidding, Diane. I'm kidding. All right. What's next? Do I have that invite? Let me check my inbox. I did it for you. Yes, I did. I did. I just wanted to get you on your toes. I'm invited to Lunar Loft Oz. All right, let me just get myself into this business, and we'll go have a look at this account. And in the meantime, Josh, any more questions? No, that's it. Cool. What did I do? I'll be completely honest with you, Mia. I can't remember. Using MX Toolbox, I think she had one of her settings was wrong. I think she had 2 DMARC policies, or she had 2 MX. I don't know. There was one thing she had 2 of. I can't remember exactly what it was, and it took us about 45 minutes to figure out. And once we fixed that, everything was happy. All right, do we have access to this now? What was it called? Lunar Loft. All right, Lunar Loft, not there yet. JKL. Is the business called something else? I mean, I did say yes to it. There we are. I'm in. Do we have verify my bloody account? Bloody hell. Jesus Christ. Why does it do this to me every single time? I'll be with you guys in a sec. No, I got it. I definitely got it. I gotta confirm my account. Facebook needs to know that I'm a real person. The problem is, it asked me to verify that I'm a real person about 3 or 4 times a day. There we go. Confirm. And it's just because I have there's so much money going through these accounts that I got access to. It just, for everybody's benefit, it wants to make sure that I'm a real person. Yay, I think I'm in. I'm just gonna give myself permission to see your ads. So just give me a second. Assign people and assign me. Got it. All right. Authenticator. Here we go again. Okay. One, 5, 2. Oh, Jimmy's in there. Nice. Okay. We should have it now. There we go. Here we go. Do I know what's the OG glitch on Taboola? I used to use Taboola a long time ago. What is the OG glitch? I haven't used Taboola for a long time. Okay. Lunar Loft. Collagen mask. Top of funnel. Why is this one turned off? We'll have a look at that in a second. And then we've got audience testing. All right, talk me through the thought process here, and tell me where we're at. $37 a purchase. Younger skin overnight. Great ad.
Wake up to glowing, hydrated.
Oh, we found this on the stream the other day, didn't we? Good ad. Cool. You accidentally started a new campaign. Cool. All right. Look, we've got 3 good ads here. I mean, we need way more ads. 6 sales, 10 net, and then this week you launched 10 new creatives and got $10 a day. Only 4 sales. No, the drop in sales would have nothing to do with the price increase or the lower budget per ad. Would have nothing to do with that at all. Oh, you see how you're getting pretty good results here, right? For some of these ads, and then not good results for others. Okay. What I'm going to tell you to do has got nothing, like, it's completely different from the course. I want to give you a method that you can implement today that's probably going to get you a bunch of sales, okay? What I want you to do, I'm just going to turn these off for you right now, okay? And I don't usually touch people's account. I'm just going to do that for you right now, so you can get your head straight for this one. I want you to create one campaign with one ad set inside the campaign, and in that ad set, I want you to put all of your ads in there, because the ads that I've seen from you, these are pretty good. These are good enough. These are more than good enough. These are great. I want you to take all of these, pop them into one campaign, and I think you're going to find that you'll get on average a $30 cost per conversion on this. I don't think for these ones, for this particular product, for you and for your level of making good ads, like, these are pretty. These are nice. That will probably give you a good starting point for a campaign. Now then the next step. Actually, you know what? I don't want to tell you what the next step is going to be. I don't want you to be too far ahead of yourself. I want you to do that tonight. This is your doctor's orders. Do that tonight. Launch the ad campaign tonight and come back on Thursday and show me the results. So one campaign, one ad set, every single ad that you've made in there, and give me some money on it. Pop it up to $50 a day. If that's not too much for you. That way, when you come and see me on Thursday, we would have spent around about $100, and I'll have some data there that I can give you some next steps on. Now, that's not what we teach people to do in the course, but this is a more handheld approach. Otherwise, you're just going to be sitting here pissing away small amounts of money repeatedly, leading to longer, much more money being lost. So let's do it this way. That's exactly what I would do. In terms of what you do for your campaign, I want you to show you what I want you to do. We're going to go new campaign. We're going to go sales. I'm going to go next. Come on, Facebook. Oh, that's it. You got a fresh account. Sweet. You don't need to worry about anything. You just go make a new account. Sorry, it's just go make a new campaign, a new ad set. Any questions? Let me know. All right. And I'm assuming that we're going to get to like between $30 and $40 cost per purchase, and then from there, what we'll do is I'll tell you exactly how we're going to actually weed out the bad ads and which ads to focus on next to make more copies of. But that should give us enough data. And good job. Can we have a look at your website real quick? Get off the charts. Nice. Oh, it's $32 per purchase. Hopefully we have more people buying too. Oh, that's such a cool product, cool website. Yeah, this is good enough. Yep. I think we're gonna be able to scale this, I think. All right. I'll see you on Thursday, Alex. Anil. Ad account. Snugwell. $24 a purchase. Woo! Damn! That's great. Fantastic. Who would have thought? Who would have thought a saturated product like this could get you $23 bloody purchases? Unbelievably good. Incredible. What are you trying to do here? That's the problem. All right, we got C5 ad set. We got carousel ad, $10 carousel ad set. Is that a carousel? It is a carousel. Carousel ads, guys. Carousel ads are so good. Just look at what he's done here. Perfect execution. Carousel ads are fire. Like they are some of my best ads are carousel ads. Least effort, most conversion. Okay, carousel ads, cool. It's cool to have a separate. You've been speaking with Hanil to come up with a proper ad structure. Excellent, thanks, Jimmy. Don't change it too much because having a carousel ad set is actually one of my key secrets that I do. It's not a secret anymore. So inside my scaling ad set, I will always have one ad set that has carousels. Millard, how much have I made in e-commerce? My dude, come on. Look at this. Let me give you a close up of that. I'll let you do the maths for me. Hold on. This is a Shopify you get this when you reach a certain milestone in Shopify. So that's for 100,000 orders. 100,000 orders. My average order volume on Shopify is, I think it's like 100 Australian dollars. Now I've made 50,000 more orders than that because it's from a couple of years back. So you want to do some maths there? But basically in revenue, 8 figures. Okay, Jimmy, you do it Advantage Plus. Well, this isn't, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be mistaken, this is an Advantage Plus, right? I mean, okay, so this isn't an Advantage Plus, but you could look. You could make this an Advantage Plus, but things are working right now. Don't touch the campaign. Things are working. Can you scale your? Yeah, absolutely. Look, Neil, let me answer that in a second. Let me answer that in a second. So we've got the carousel ads going. Cool. You've got your image ad sets. We shouldn't. Once we're in the scaling campaigns, we don't do one image ad sets unless we're doing some sort of a test. But I take your winners and pop all your winners into one ad set, except for your carousels. Keep them separate. Take all your winners into one ad set. Pop the new ad set on for like. You could combine them for like $40 a day and just see how that goes for a couple of days. You can keep these ones on in the meantime, okay? Keep them on. Then you go put all your winning ads into one ad set inside this campaign and just let it run for a couple of days. And hopefully then when you see me on Thursday, you would have spent, $80 to $100 on one ad set, and we can have another look at it. We scale slowly from there. But Hanil, you're going to need more images. A lot more images, because as we scale, I know I say this a lot, it's my go-to for anybody. What should I do to scale? Images, and video. Images and video, because as you start to spend more, some people who are already in your funnel, they're going to see your ad multiple times, and they want to see different variations of your videos, and they want to see different images. More creatives are coming. Great. Now this is obviously your winning one. You could feed her into ChatGPT and sort of change the legs and change the clothes, and that will get you similar. It's a great ad, by the way, a really great ad. So this is telling me for you, for your business, for this product, the way that you're doing your Trustpilot stars there, and the way that you've got your review there, that's working. That should be like your template for your next ads, and just change up the headline from 8-hour therapist to something else. Mia, you feel like the images carousel are more bang for your buck? Yeah, they are. But you need everything to make a good account. Your video one? Yeah, so what I would do for my video one, if this was my account and we have this video that's working, so this is probably what, 40 seconds? Yeah, 30 seconds. I would take this idea and I'd change up some clips. I'd have a 10-second version. I'd have a 15-second version. I'd have a 30-second version. I'd have versions with music, and I'd have different ones, and just sort of remixing and reusing the clips that I got to come up with fresh new content that I can test. Yeah, that's C1. $18 a purchase, fantastic. Doing well, buddy. Doing really well. Good job. It's funny too, because when I'm on my stream and I'm showing people products, right? Some of the feedback that I get is, isn't that saturated? This pillow has been around for 5 years or more, and many stores have sold it. But it doesn't mean new people have all bought this. There's people who want solutions for their sciatica out there who've never seen this. Anyway, don't get me on a rant. Awesome work, Neil. And last question for the night. It's a good, nice short night. Damon, getting 20 orders per day, $15 per purchase. Things are going well, but not scaling. Your daily budget is $300. You can't do much more than that, or you can't keep up production. Will Meta eventually exhaust the audience with a low budget, or will it keep expanding the circle over time? Yeah, it's going to expand your circle. And it's probably going to do that when you up your budget past 300. But it will do that gradually anyway, depending on how much you spend overall. The circle slowly grows bigger. And as it does, as you know, your cost per purchase is going to go up. There is no doubt about that. But by the time that happens, you should already have a pretty big customer base and your pixel will be well seasoned. So I'd be looking, especially if I was in your business, what else can I sell these people besides the main product? Maybe you've got a product that you can literally drop ship to them via email. Maybe you've got some similar types of products that are printed somewhere else, made somewhere else that you can sell, or just buy from a supplier and stick them in the package. Because when your cost per purchase does start to go up, you're going to be wanting to make more money per order. Will your circle? Yeah, it's going to expand no matter what you do. Your circle will grow even if you keep your budget the same. Over time, it will go up, and your cost per purchase will go up. No doubt. It might take longer, but it will. Mia, Damon's product is custom, so he buys the components and manufactures it himself. And you know what? If it does happen, you can just try and increase your prices and see if the conversion rate drops off. You might find if you test your prices now, you might not have any problem. You could sell it for like 150, and you know, if you get less conversions but you make more profit, that's pretty good too. And what else would people want? Security cameras? And you want to scale your carousel? Yeah, look, I'll show you mine. Show you my ads real quick. Alex, do you set up a campaign budget or ad set budget? For you, I prefer ad set budget personally. So my campaign here, we've got my carousel sitting here, and you can see here, it's the best. It's the best one, $33, and this is just carousels. The way that I do my carousels, oh geez. Turns out I've got one carousel that's killing it, and the rest not so much. Well, that's eye-opening. Holy crap. Turn those two off. But you can see what I'm doing here, right? Is testing different copy in my carousel and different offers too, to see what works the best. And this one was the winner. I wonder what my other one looked like that didn't win so much. Oh, interesting. Interesting. What I've started doing as well recently is, it's not of interest to you guys because you guys mostly target Australia, but I like to target other countries, and so some of my ad sets are specifically made for other countries. Do I test ad copy as well? Yeah, absolutely. You just saw it. So I've been testing this for the past week. Not only ad copy, but also for me, different collections of products and different offers. So this is a buy two, get one free. It's so weird because I give my customers the best opportunity to get my products at the cheapest price. If you did a buy two, get one free plus the deal that's already on the website, you get more for less. But then the one that works is always a straight up 40% off, which isn't even the best offer. How do you scale? My friend, how do you scale? We test our different ad variations. We turn off the losers, and then we add more budget. Look at this one. I'm spending $200 a day on this. How do I scale it? I make it $250, and I look at my results over the next 3 to 7 days, and then I make decisions. Millard, what do I do if I'm banned on Facebook? You talk to someone like myself, and you convince them to give you access to a Facebook account that they own, or you have your mother or your father or your sister create a Facebook business for you and then invite an account in that you have, or you can go and buy a Facebook account. There's a lot of different options for you there. Do we just add the budget? Yeah, man. Don't add more than, okay, so you're on a low budget already. Don't add more than 20% per day. So you could I could make this $240 today. You can make yours, go to $100 first, no more than 20% every day, and you won't go back into learning, or you won't break the cycle. It's that simple. Anyone have any other questions? Oh, and guys, starting next, I think next week, Austin was saying he hasn't told me when exactly, but we're going to start a new call. There'll be a new call starting on Tuesday nights at this time, starting at 8 p.m. for scalers. Hopefully that's, if it's not this, I mean, it's not today because he hasn't told me, but it'll be probably, maybe, hopefully next week. And in that call, it'll be a Google Meet so that you guys can all share your screens, and it won't be casted to Shopify. Sorry, it won't be casted to YouTube, and it won't be casted to the Freedom Club community. It'll be just for scalers and just to share our websites and ask for actual help. Damon, so your frequency won't go up to high if you keep it at 300 per day. Look, your frequency, it's hard for me to know. If there's a low amount of people, yeah, Jimmy, you'll be coming to that call. If there's a low amount of people who would be interested in this product, which I don't think is the case for you, but if you were selling online on something really specific, then your frequency will go up. But the frequency right now at $300 per day, I don't think it's going to go up, but I can't predict the future because I can't predict your product's demand. If the frequency goes up and you don't want to increase your budgets, you would just go out and add more ads to the mix. The next question though is, Damon, is how do you scale the actual production? And I know you're working on that. Mia, do I think copy often makes a huge difference when I do? Yeah, copy makes a huge difference. As I showed you right here. The difference between these carousels was different copy and then different copy and different offer. And look, the cost per click is probably very similar. Look, the CTRs are the same. Cost per click of the one that won was 10 cents dearer. But look at the ROAS difference and look at the cost per purchase there, just from my copy and offer. You would love to be in this. Sure, Mia. I think I don't control who's going to be in them, but I'll figure out how I get them. This ATN. This masterclass will still be streamed onto YouTube. So I'm not streaming any less onto YouTube. I'm just adding one extra call for Freedom Club only. For Freedom Clubbers only. Damon, you're working on that. You get 20 day now. Need to get to 100 per day. The thing that you're going to have to think about, Damon, is also scaling outside of Australia and how you make this work overseas. You may need to do a trip to China and see if you can find someone who can make these up to your standard there. I'm planning a trip to China pretty soon, actually. Probably within the next 6 months. I'm going to go over. I'm going to meet Braun. I'm going to go and have a look at some other factories because we got some production to do ourselves. Well, the feedback that we got, Zach, it does sound unreal, the scaling call. The feedback that we got was there's students out there who are doing okay, but they want to scale further, but they don't want to show their businesses on this call because they're worried that other freedomers will copy. So we're only going to invite the people who we have proven who are in the scaling, stage of ecom, because when you're in the scaling stage, you're not really looking to launch other products. You're doing pretty well. You want to get the product that you have working, so you don't steal everyone else's stores and ideas and products. And hopefully then people will be more inclined to show me the numbers that I need to see to help them. That's you, Diane. Diane, 6 months ago, that wasn't you. How good is that? You're in the new club. It's funny, I got a phone call today from someone that I used to work with, and he said, Chris, I was thinking about, I'm calling you because I saw you on a YouTube video, and I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, man, I saw you on a YouTube video, and I've been thinking about joining this Freedom Club thing for a while, and I'm not even sure if it's going to be good or not, but I saw you're in it, and I'm like, I'm in it, am I? Oh boy, I'm not just in it, I'm the coach. And he's like, that's amazing. We haven't seen this guy in like 8 years, and I was telling him all about what's inside, and he's definitely going to join up. But it's amazing the kind of people that we're reaching, and how many of us are learning to do this. Hanil, can you be in that? I think you'll almost be in it right now, Hanil, and I think by the time the call comes along, you probably will make the cut. I have to confirm with Austin what criteria there are to make it, and that'll be your goal. Your goal will be to scale to that point. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna do some more work, and I'm actually gonna make some more ads for my brand new store that we just launched, actually. So, Yomo, sorry, mate. Just saw your message. You're using an ASC campaign with 10 ads. You turn off a few. 2 ads are making sales consistently. But since the last 4 days, you're getting 2 sales and spending 100. Yeah, look, your problem could be, Yomo, you've turned off ads that weren't necessarily getting the sales, but those may be ads people needed to see in order to make the decision to make the sale. So sometimes we turn ads off because they're not getting results, but the results that they were getting, we've ignored. What I mean by that is a cost per purchase might be like $20 to $40 too high on one of the ads, and you think, I'll turn it off. But if it's one of your best spending ads, it means that your other ads didn't get that ad bringing those people in to begin with, and they got to work harder, and maybe they're not set up to work harder. So sometimes your best ad won't be your best performing ad. It might be the ad people click on to go to your website, and then you'll have other little ads that get a lot less spend, but have a lot smaller conversion rate. Sorry, a lot smaller conversion price. But they only get shown every once in a while. So you turn off the ad that's taking all the spend, and all of a sudden all the other ads have to do so much more work, but they're not cut out for it. They're not designed for it. They're not that kind of ad. And you end up breaking your campaign. So what you got to think before you turn off your ad, you got to think, is this ad what people need to see first? And if I turn it off, will I get a worse result overall? And just remember that before you turn it off, see the result 2 or 3 days later. And if your average cost per purchase has gone up, turn your other ad back on, because your funnel needed it. Damon, you're feeling Jimmy, you're feeling a bit left out. Yeah, don't ignore Jimmy. Jimmy gets you guys to the next stage. What we need, Jimmy, we need you in the scaling store. Guys, Diane worked so hard, and she didn't just work hard on her last store. She worked hard on the previous 2 stores that she launched before then. And I know that she wanted it so badly. And I've talked to some students who want it so badly, but they don't want it badly enough, and they just kind of fall off. Diane wasn't one of those. Like, she would come to me literally nearly in tears for how hard she was working and not getting results. I say nearly, maybe even more. But she kept at it, and she knew she could get it. She knew she was close. And then the 3rd store, it was a very different experience for her. Very, very different, because it was the right product, advertised in the right way. And from the moment she launched it, it was very, very clear that it was going to work. But it doesn't mean smooth sailing. It means smoother sailing. As you guys know, smoother sailing. And I gotta, like, my respect goes to those of us who sit here and we grind away until we make it. And you know what I love about ecom? The grind doesn't stop, because you reach one level and then you look up and you see the people above you and you're like, I gotta get to that level. And you look up and you gotta get to that level. So like, you keep learning this game and you keep making better and better and better decisions. Obsessed. That's a good word. Obsessed. Yeah, obsessed is the word. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get going. I will be back on Thursday for all the calls. Let's go make some money, guys. I'll chat to you later.